Okay, I'm about to try and cook pork chops and squash on my little rocket stove. I wanted to show you, I made some pot stands. I know they're not all natural, but I had an old copper pipe from when I changed the water heater out. So I cut these little rings out to set the pot on. I don't know what size I really want. Of course, you want as close to the heat source as you can get it, probably, without smothering it. So first I started with these, which may be a little tall. And then I thought, well, maybe I might need it closer. So I got these little guys. But I was thinking, I need to use kind of a big pan, because since I only have a single burner, I need to try and cook all that stuff in one pan. So perhaps the taller ones might work better, but I'm not sure. So I'll come back to you in a few minutes and we'll see how things are turning out. Forgot to show you, here's my fuel source. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to cook the entire meal with, but we'll see. I've got plenty more where that came from. Okay, here we are trying to cook pork chops. You can hear them sizzling in there. But they're in the pan. After this, we're going to try to cook some squash in there. Okay, here they are. How are they looking? They look pretty good. You see the oil sizzling. There's my fire. Looking good, huh? Here's the squash we're going to cook after that. I think it's going to work. Okay, and after we got the chops done a little bit, we put the squash in there because we weren't worried about cross-contamination at that point. We want to cook the surface of the chops and then put the vegetables in. And I think it's going to work out well. Little pink, you say?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll cook it a little more.
But it might...
Look at that. Everything's sizzling. The squash are starting to cook nicely. We just took the chops off and we're going to stir around the squash and we're going to continue cooking that for a little while. Okay, Jill's about to try a piece.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, that was great. Is it disgusting?
Kidding. No.
That's pretty funny though.
Is
it good? Is it good? Seriously?
Probably not seasoned quite right, but...
It's done now, right?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, great. Okay, here I am taking a bite. I'll let you know how it tastes. It's good. Like Jill said, it's under seasoned, but it's good. I just wanted to tell you guys, these squash are actually better than I've ever tasted. I guess it's because we cooked the pork chops first and all the fat was in the pan, and then we cooked this in the pork fat, and they're actually delicious, surprisingly. The pork was overdone, but the squash is actually really good, so I just want to let you guys know. Okay guys, I just wanted to do a little summary of that meal. It actually turned out pretty good. We overcooked the pork. We should have taken the pork off when we first thought it was done, but we wanted to cook it really good just in case. But if we would have taken it off when we first cut into it, and I didn't show you a video of that or a segment of that, it would have been perfect. But the squash that we had was actually, believe it or not, the best I've ever had. I've never cooked squash in pork fat with salt and rosemary. It was absolutely delicious, so I really enjoyed that. So overall, the meal was a success. Like I said, the pork was a little done, but the squash were supreme. So I just wanted to show you. You saw the pile that I started with. Here's the pile that I'm left with. So I didn't quite use all the fuel I had. So you saw what little fuel I had. So I just cooked a meal, full meal of pork chops, 2 pork chops, and a bunch of squash on some sticks. So that was 100% successful.